So today the topic of the giving universe, the giving universe. The minute you come in touch with me for the first time, for any of my programs, just even watching me on webinar, there is this one line that I constantly take you to, ask you to repeat, which is the universe is playing in my favor. The universe might be anything, might do anything, but the universe is playing in my favor. Why is that line so important? Because otherwise, most of the times when we are sitting in separation, when we are sitting in the body space, most of the times the way it works is, oh, I am this body. I have to protect my interests. I have to protect whatever I have collected. And the first chance that it's given, the first chance that the thieves and the thugs and anybody gets a chance, they are going to steal from me what I have collected with so much effort. And so when we come into the space of energies, and the first thing that I tell people is, please play from the space of trust that the universe is playing in your favor. Just last night, we were with a lot of friends and we were talking about all of these different ways in which calls have come to each one of us. People call and there are these fake calls and they say, okay, give us your account number and we have to give you your money, or give us your, you have dialed for this insurance and this insurance you haven't paid some premium, but if you just pay a little bit of premium, you will get the rest of it. Or sometimes you're saying, oh, you haven't paid your electricity bill, etc., etc. And I've even talked about this before in some of my other webinars, saying, why are they even calling you? Why are they calling you? Because they are here with some energy. They are here with energies of mistrust. You resonate at the energy of mistrust, then the two energies will match. Something is happening on the outside, and if there is a match with your energy, then an event will happen. An event will occur, which will show you your frequency. There is something for you to see in it, then you will see it. If there is nothing for you to see in it, let us say an event happens to you, which is all based in mistrust. And it happens. Sometimes these things happen because you're not the only party that's playing in it. You might have a family member whose energy is there, engaged with you, or somebody. This is happening for somebody else. But let us say an event of mistrust even happens to you. In that moment, as that mistrusting event has just manifested, where are you going to sit? What will tell you where you are sitting? If you are sitting in the frequency of masti, that's all. There is nothing else to be done with it. If you are able to sit and laugh at it, that event is not meant for you, is not a manifest of your energy, will do nothing for you. It will neither do anything for you right now, or it will not create anything. It will not be a part of your energy field. Even for tomorrow, you will not go through any lack. You will not even go through any mistrust if mistrust wasn't created in this scenario in the first place. So the place to look as to what am I manifesting over here is not why this event happened. Only just one simple question. As this event happened, what am I feeling? So many times I also get these calls, and it's really funny because I don't read newspapers. I don't read, all of these things which tell you, oh, this is the scam happening, this happened and that happened. These are conversations that don't happen in my presence for whatever reasons. And yet these calls come. And the last time this happened, somebody called me and said, you haven't paid your electricity bill. And I said, okay, I think we've paid it, but maybe we've not. I don't know. So, okay, fine. Just go and download this app from this place. As you download this app, you tell it to me, and I will be able to update the system because you might have paid. I will just check into the system. So you first go and download this app. I was like, okay, let me go download this app. Not a moment of mistrust even crossed my head. I was like, okay, the fellow is calling from the electricity department. And I started to look for downloading that app. My internet is working, my phone is working, that fellow's call is working, everything is working. And yet, every time I go to download that app, it's not working. It's not working. And so I just simply told him, I said, the app is not working in this moment. Can you just give me your number? And I will call you back as soon as the app has downloaded. At that point, the fellow just disconnected the call. When he disconnected the call, I was like, really? Why did he have to disconnect the call? So I went on to Google and checked, okay, electricity bill not paid. And then there was a whole list of, oh, this is a fraud, this is a fraud, this is a fraud. But the point is not that the fraud happened or didn't happen. I was just laughing because I don't even have to bother if the fraud is happening or not. If the fraud happened to me, and let us say I handed over the phone to him and he got control of all my bank accounts and took everything. Let us say he took everything off my bank accounts. What would I be sitting in? I would still be sitting in the space, acha chala gaya kya? Okay, fine. It must be that it wanted to go today. Because for me, money is something that comes in and money is something that goes. And through all of it, the universe plays in my favor. The universe plays in my favor. And that is the line that I move with at all times, that if it went away, so what? The universe is still playing in my favor. Whether I feel something, I don't feel something. All of my savings have gone away. This has gone away. Oh my God, I took so much effort. I created this with the I, which is the small body, suddenly takes over. Then work is on us, on simply removing this I and saying, universal intelligence. Let me tune into the universal intelligence to see what all I am supposed to learn from this place. And if you're able to laugh it off, no matter what you term as loss, no matter what you term as financial gain, if you're able to laugh at both aspects, then you know that the universe is playing in your favor. In this line itself, the universe is playing in my favor. You have a supposition of, it might not be playing in my favor. And that's why you have to remind yourself that it is indeed playing in my favor. Today, I bring you to this line. The universe is it's a giving universe. It's giving at all times. It's giving to us at all times. Actually, now with this line, it's a giving universe. If you look at any incident in your life, any event in your life, of course, it's a giving universe. Even if I'm sitting in lack, the giving universe, the abundant universe, the abundant universe that it is, the giving. When can somebody give? When it has abundance of something. That is all. So it's a giving universe, means it has abundance of everything. And yet we sit so many different times saying, oh, I'm sitting in lack, or this person put me in lack, or that person put me in lack. And how beautifully just a few days ago, when I was sitting and chatting with Mani said, yeah, I came to experience when I was talking to him. And I was like, but when you came here, you were in so much lack. When you were in the body form, you were in so much lack. And Mani said, yep, I came to complete my experience. And so I experienced abundance of lack. I experienced abundance of lack. And that's when he gave me this thought of the universe is so abundant. Even in lack, it is abundant. And then he turned the picture over a little bit more. And he says, actually, you tell people that when you are sitting in abundance, and that's how we define abundance, that when we are sitting in abundance, then we feel fearless because we are taken care of. Now look at the word fearless. It's less of fear. As a matter of fact, it's zero fear. So it is complete lack of fear. So in full abundance, there is lack, but there is lack of fear. So all of these words that we have got in polarity, lack and abundance, fear and fearlessness, and all of these words begin to lose so much of its value because it is all about abundance. And so the universe is a giving universe. It's a giving universe at all times. It only matters as to what bucket of yours you got open to receive whatever the universe is giving. The universe is always giving, but if you are sitting in these frequencies of separation, and with separation, again, we come back to those words, the words of lack and fear, and I don't have enough. All of these thoughts which tell you you're just so tiny, limited in a body. You've got only what you've earned. You've got only what you've got saved up. And then this is your limited self, and the universe will put you in scarcity. It will put you in scarcity because the resources that the universe holds are limited. And what all resources we might be looking at? So many times it's about money, but so many times it's about scarcity, paucity of time. And so, oh, the universe doesn't have enough time. It'll give me very less time to finish this task. And we are sitting in scarcity of time. We are sitting in scarcity of love. Oh, I will not get love from people because I haven't got married. I don't have a husband who can give me love. I don't have a daughter who will give me love. I'm missing out on love in all of these spaces. So I'm going to have scarcity of love. So I go around looking at everybody else who seems to be receiving love from all of these actors. Well, now that we know that they're all actors, are you really receiving love from their? Oh, well. So that's another thing that we get to look at once we are looking within as to where are we receiving love from? It's only people who are reflecting our energies back. The more the energies are of joy, that's what is getting reflected back. The more the energies are of self-loathe, self-hate, lack of love for the self, that is getting reflected back at us. But the universe is abundantly giving whatever purse we have open out there. We decide what we are going to receive today. The universe simply gives. It gives abundance of lack, or it gives abundance of fear. It gives abundance of anger. And now everything simply moving in abundance. So as we begin to think of a giving universe, it makes even more sense. It makes even more sense to totally break all the buckets and open ourselves so wide to be in a receiving mode at all times. What does the receiving mode look like? The receiving mode is simply always being able to understand that one line that we began with. The universe is playing in my favor. No matter what it is abundantly giving me today. Again, let me go back to the paucity. So we were talking about paucity of love, paucity of time. We were talking about scarcity, even resources. So many times we think that if the maids go away, oh my God, there is such scarcity of good maids. There is such scarcity. So we can bring the scarcity through any actor and feel that entire lack playing out for us in so many different ways. And when that happens, the universe is a giving universe. It keeps giving us more and more of those same experiences. When we think from the point of view of abundance, when we sit in abundance and we are able to see that, okay, at one point in time, even these words have no value because fearless is what we feel when we are in abundance. So lack of fear, and now lack and abundance are all playing on the same side of the story. They're all playing in bringing you to more masti, more joyfulness. Even as we sit and think about, I take energy from Meenal, it means that I will be in more masti and I will be in lack of, disappointment. I will be in lack of that self-hate. I will be loving myself so much. So abundance of love and then lack of hate. So both of these playing out together in the polarity space. And when we begin to look at it from the energy, from the space of energy. Over the last few weeks, I have just been begging and begging and begging all of you to sign out from stories. All of you, just to sign out from stories. And I noticed myself yesterday, I was just sitting with friends, and one of them got deeper and deeper. And she's somebody who's done the program, but got deeper and deeper into stories. And suddenly I felt, the surge of anger rise within me. I checked it. I said, what am I angry at? And I was just simply getting angry at myself that is sitting in that form and still continuing to be in stories of different sorts. Again and again, I'm simply being brought to a place. Just yesterday, even the smallest of thoughts and the whole understanding that came to me is, in the moment, you can be angry. I got very angry in that moment yesterday. In the moment, you can be very angry. But if the emotion stays with you for more than a minute, for me, that has now become the trademark. If the emotion after that conversation is over, you need to play roles for people. So I'm playing this role of a guru half the time or whatever, and people are coming in, wanting solutions from me, and so that solution is coming through me. But after that role is over, after that conversation is over, if the thing plays in your head for more than a minute, now the work is on you. Count that minute. And if after that it is still bothering you, you have signed into a story. You've signed into a story. That is how easily we can look at all of our work that is happening around us. We do so many things in a day. And if we are doing them from the space of blankness, from the space of masti, everything moves. But every now and then we start to put outcomes. Every now and then we start to put results out there for us. If we are putting those results out there for us, those things will trigger us, and outside will trigger us. Can you catch yourself on this 1 minute scale? Is it still bothering you? If it's bothering you, the work has come on you only because the finger is moving outside someplace, and the job is to bring the finger back. The job is only to bring the finger back. And yesterday when I sat down, at the tiniest and tiniest of things, the smallest of things that had happened, the maid did something and I had a reaction, and that reaction continued for 2 to 3 minutes. But when I sat down to do my journaling yesterday, 2 to 3 minutes was 2 minutes over the deadline that I've been given. And so immediately being able to sign out from that story and to be able to bring the finger back within. That is how minute, that is how subtle our journey is now becoming. All of this is towards a purpose. The purpose of all of this is to bring us back to our purest consciousness. In the purest consciousness, where we just live a life that doesn't belong to the earth. The healing, the manifestation, all of that happens with so much ease and grace. I'm watching it happen. I'm watching it happen. Even the size, the smallest and the tiniest of manifestations are happening with such amazing speed. However, the journey is not to look for more manifestation outside. The journey is to become so much aware that even the slightest move of the blade of grass can be visible to you. You can stay with it. It doesn't have to be that you change it, but at least it becomes visible to you. So anyways, going back to the topic, I think I saw somebody writing. Okay, somebody was just writing purest consciousness in Masti. Yes, absolutely. Well, I'm getting there. It's work in progress. As with all of us, this too is work in progress. So again, to talk about the giving universe. When we are able to think of the universe as a giving universe and not somebody that's taking away from us. Look at all of those instances that we were talking about of mistrust that you're still sitting in. If you are sitting in mistrust, if your finger is outside, it doesn't matter if the finger is outside on technology, if the finger is outside on cyber crimes, if the finger is out, then the finger can come back in. It's always going to be a choice. I will not dictate how quickly your finger should come back because, your journey is your journey. You wish to play in mistrust some more, well, be my guest. That's all that I can say. Even the last time somebody said, oh, the finger doesn't come back within. Just today in the morning, I had somebody, ask me, but these people did bad things to me. How can you say that my energy created all of this? And I'm like, you play. You play in blaming the other people. You play in blaming the society. You play in blaming your parents. You play in blaming your children. I am okay with it. It's not what I'm here to tell you, that you can't do this. You can do this. If you feel like it, keep doing it. I'm not here to stop you from doing it. I'm simply just showing you that if you don't do it, if you do bring the finger back with it, if you do that, then the rewards of living a life from oneness are just far too great. They're just so amazing. You live life with so much more masti and joyfulness. You look forward to every single step that you are taking in a day. And from that space, you can live every single moment. I am work in progress, but I only share my journey with you. I also share my frequency with you so that you can receive all of this. All of this is ready to come to you. What stops it from coming to you is exactly this. Are you thinking of the universe as a giving universe? I'm a part of that universe. I'm giving to you. But are you really thinking of the universe as a giving universe? Or are you thinking of the universe as somebody who's ready to take away from you the minute it gets its first chance? The one that you have to protect things from. Oh, this person called and they are trying to cheat me. And that person called and that one is trying to take away from me. And that one I have to negotiate with. All of these places, please be looking within at the frequencies within. The universe, when I look at the universe, and it is such a beautiful giving universe, if this can be a reminder to me at each moment, whenever my aware moment happens, the universe is a giving universe. This is an abundant universe. There is no shortage of anything. Even so many people who work in NGOs and who are trying to save this river and that river, they, no matter how good they are trying to be, they're trying to save the planet, whatever it is that you're trying to save. What is the energy underneath it? It'll resonate with many. It'll resonate with many because the energy is fear. The energy is of scarcity, that we will go into scarcity. We will not have food. We will not have water. The energy underneath that is lack. And lack resonates with so many people. And that's why so many people will sign up for that. However, if you have become aware, and if you wish to change your perspective, then you can come to this space of it is an abundant universe. It will give to you whatever is needed, whenever needed. If it is such a giving universe that it will give to you, will it not give to itself in so many different ways? Will it not, whatever river needs to be saved, will it not be able to be saved on its own? I think so. The doership is only from a place of lack. These kind of doerships, and so many times, I'm the biggest culprit in all of this for how many years, that I wanted to save the world, I wanted to save children, I wanted to save any cause, you name it, I wanted to save. And it came from a place of deep guilt. For me, it came from guilt that, oh, I can't put my time towards these causes, so I must help in whatever way I can. And so I gave loads and loads of money towards these. Today, when I realized I gave so much of money, but with what frequency? From the frequency of lack. Oh, they don't have. From the frequency of guilt. Oh, I can't do. All of these frequencies is what I was growing as I continued to give more and more. And today I give. But even before I give, I ask in guidance. I ask money. This cause, should I give? Should I not give? The causes are irrelevant. Sometimes money will say to me, even if taxes are being paid, pay extra tax. Pay more tax. Because all of us, when we give to the government, all of us are almost thinking that, oh, the government is going to take this away and not give anything back to me. Our government, they're only after my money and I have to save this money. So let me find ways to, save this money. Even when we are paying taxes, no matter what the amount of those taxes is, even when we are paying those taxes, what is the frequency that we are creating for ourselves? That of lack. Oh, this is my hard-earned money and the government is taking it away. Instead of that, whatever. So I'm sometimes told, give more money to the tax. If it's 500 rupees, give 1,000. Why? Because through that 1,000, you will give in masti. As you give in masti, because there is no money going anywhere, this money will go in masti to wherever it is needed. And so at least even to those places, some masti will reach, some energies will shift as your money goes over there in masti. So these are constantly the guidances. Give your things away to this person, give your things that away to. It's not about the thing that has to be given away. The idea of the universe is a giving universe, and now you are participating in it from masti. You are being part of that giving universe. You're participating in that giving, but from the place of masti, not from the place of lack. The minute I participated in it from the place of lack, it was, oh, they don't have it and I should give, and I only have and they don't have. Not recognizing the whole play, only the costume for everything. But now that we recognize the same causes can get some money, but no attention is paid to that money. Same money can go to taxes, no attention is paid to taxes. I just went and met with my chartered accountants. They're like, oh, this one is a treatment of your taxes and this one is a treatment of your taxes. And my question to them was, okay, if there's any saving of money anywhere, let's not go with that treatment. Let's just go and pay all the taxes, because money comes and money goes. We don't have to think about it. It's an abundant universe. If you are playing into it's an abundant universe, then you don't have to think about money. You don't have to think about health, because sometimes we sit with lack of health. Oh, this is there and that is there, but I don't have health. And then you sit with lack of health, and all that you want to do is to make that thing better. But better from which space? What are you thinking of doing? Just today in the morning, so these messages who come to me, these are the ones who make up for all my webinar. Just today in the morning, oh, this is not working and I have some problem with my appendix, and this house is not ready, and some list of complaints or whatever. So give me blessings. And I was like, with what frequencies should I give you these blessings? Because I can see the perfection in whatever there is. But in you, no, you give me blessings. And they're like, no, but the universe is playing in my favor. The universe is playing in my favor. And no matter what, the universe is playing in my favor. So I know that things will happen as I want them to happen. And there goes the concept of the universe playing in your favor. Just goes right down the drain about the universe playing in your favor. Because in this space, as you don't have good health, your house is not getting complete, that is the universe playing in your favor. Not what it is going to give you. No, not that. The what is being received by you in the now is the universe playing in your favor. It is an abundant universe, but what is it giving you an abundance of? Your eyes are not on that. Your eyes are on some future outcome. And if the future outcome, what is it that you want from the future outcome? What will happen when the house gets made? You are not looking for the house getting made. Really, you are looking at the joy that you will receive when the house is made. You are looking at the joy that you will receive when tomorrow suddenly your old disease is gone. You are looking at the joy that you will receive. And so I point out to you again and again, if you're simply looking to receive joy from those moments, joy is a frequency. You can sit in joy today. You don't have to wait for your house to be finished. You don't have to wait for your daughter to be married. You don't have to wait for so much money to be in your bank account. You don't have to wait for your health to be perfectly fine. You can tune into the frequency of happiness and joy today. Do that. Do that. So when I seek blessings, it's only like, okay, this is not working out. I seek your blessing so that I can get the outcome that I have in my head. And I'm like, oh, off with your head, because that's where you keep putting your own individual outcomes while sitting in lack, while sitting in desires, while sitting in lack, while sitting in wants. And all of these are simply making up more fear in you and more lack in you. I am so done with trying to explain the perfection of the universe. I am so done. Anyways, so that is why the universe is already giving to you. except that you are not understanding that you've got a bucket out in which that giving universe is giving. What bucket have you have you got over here? That's the bucket you got to look at. That's the only bucket you got to look at. And if that's not the bucket that you really want to put things into, then look at other buckets. You've got joyful bucket. Go and sit in that bucket so that the universe can give you more of that joy. It is a bloody giving universe at all times. All right. So, okay, then, any questions for this giving universe? It's just such an amazing idea of the giving universe that it actually simply even muddles up the whole concept of lack and abundance. That's it. You can move away from even how you understand abundance, how you want to be in this frequency of abundance. Because to know that all the time, even when you were sitting in lack, you were actually sitting in abundance of lack. That was your journey. You're still going to be able to move frequencies to joy, move frequencies to bliss, but to be able to understand in pure consciousness that all the time, only abundance is playing out for us. There is no scarcity of anything. There is abundance of fear and abundance of anger. There's abundance of joy. There's abundance of love. There is abundance of health. There is abundance of time. There is abundance of everything. Simply that be the word that is roaming around in your head. There is just abundance of everything. The universe will give to us at all times. We just simply look at what is it that we are receiving. Only the finger with it at all times. Okay. All right then. This is my webinar for today. Does anybody have any questions to ask? Everybody understood? Actually, what is there to understand? We've been speaking this line. The universe is playing in my favor. We've been speaking this line forever and ever. And again, just a little bit of understanding to come through this to say, oh, wow, this was also just only meant, that abundance of lack also was only meant to be experienced by us. That's all there was to it. Okay, Rema wants to ask, so I'm going to unmute.
Yes.
Okay.
So we just wanted to share something with everyone. I think I met you in 2020. That was the first time I knew that Meenal was. I really wanted somebody who is like me, a grihastha, somebody who lives in Bombay, who lives in an urban setting. Not somebody who's in the Himalayas and telling me to do Kriya Yoga 8 hours a day, and I can't do all that. I don't understand half of it. I wanted something simple. And so I think 2021, I did the Expect Miracles course. And I think somewhere I was in the Feb batch, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember after the batch, I asked you, I'd messaged you saying that, you know what, I'm just wondering, because I didn't understand all of it, should I do the course again? And then I got the famous Meenal Devi Danda, right? Like, how much lack are you sitting in? You force again, but why? So I just kept quiet. But me, you know what? It's taken me almost a year of listening to you every Saturday. What happens on Saturday, why we turn up at this webinar is that, at least for me, it helps to ground me. It helps to get me back to the center and remind me of the 4 rules that you keep repeating again and again.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always felt, since I met you, there's so much synchronicity in what I'm thinking, what I'm doing, and what you say, and what the others in the group say. I don't reply, or I'm not active on the group, but I read most of the messages, or I get the messages that are meant for me. Last week, I thought of, I was in a certain situation where now I have to shift out of head office to a regional office and everything. And you know how it is in the corporate world. Oh, you're going out of the head office and blah, blah. You are being selected to be shunted out and all that. And then suddenly this thought comes to my mind, but the universe is playing in your favor. And with that one sentence, all these thoughts like, have I been sidelined? Am I going to lose my job? Why am I going away? All that the chatter that goes on, that stopped.
Yes.
And it was just this line that the universe is playing in my favor. I'm taken care of.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
So this is the change me that, this constant looking within, this constant, the other day I felt, so I used to work 10 or 12 hours. I don't know, God alone knows how many hours of work I used to put in. And I used to feel I was contributing to the company. Now here I am drawing the same salary, but I think I'm doing 1/3 of the work. And I was like, oh, I have less work. I'm being paid. What is the company doing? Do they want me, not want me, blah, blah. It took maybe a few seconds of these thoughts to start. And then I said, but the universe is so abundantly giving me.
Yes.
Is it that I'm not able to receive it?
I also want to put in another thing for you. As you say, I'm working only 1/3. That's the work that you're putting in, with your hand, whatever you're doing. But your energy is so different that actually that's where the most work is happening, not just for you or for the people in your universe, but even if we look at the broader company, if each of us come from joyful energies to the job, that company is going to go, beyond and beyond, right? But each of us, so you are doing more than your share because now you are coming from a changed energy space. So you are doing way more than what you used to do earlier. But yes, because the energies of ease and grace, this energy band, also you talked about how everybody is talking about it, because everybody is being put in the same energy band. That's my directive, that put people into your frequency. Your frequencies of ease and grace, then they will begin to understand. So once everybody is in that frequency, you'll get the same answers. Because I'm no longer needed for the answers. You're sitting in my frequency. I take energy from there. You're taking energy from the same space. And so you don't need my answers. You're actually getting them all on your own. Again, when you say you have to come over here every Saturday, you know what, at least for those people who've attended the Expect Miracles program, and most of you have attended, the programs are on every day. You can actually join every single day. There are many people who join every single day of the 30 days, and then the 30 days get over and then they wait for the next program. And they join for every single day. But they also understand that it's very important for them to stay tuned. So whether you stay tuned by listening to Meenal webinars, or you stay tuned by simply, taking energy from Meenal, it's all the same, because this is what is putting you into the Meenal frequency band. That's all there is. And as Ilika says, all answers are received even before the question arises. But that's because you're sitting in the answer frequency. That's what you got by tuning into this frequency. And that's where the fun is. I enjoy it so much as more and more people say, oh, your frequency is so much fun because now we can do this. And now we know what you are receiving, and we understand everything, and we are getting the same ideas, and we are sitting in the frequency of answers. Well, life is ease and grace for you. And that makes me so happy.
Thank you, Me.
So much fun.
Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
So beautiful.
I just love you so much.
Wonderful.
And everyone else.
Yes, of course.
Thank you.
Thank you. Lots of love. That was a great sharing. Let's talk to who wanted to speak? Manjari. Yeah, Manjari.
Me.
Well, now I can, but not really much.
I already wrote the question.
Okay.
Earlier, I wrote it. It's related to what we started the webinar today with.
Yeah. Okay.
It's about the places, the religious places.
Okay.
I wrote the question that what do these religious places signify?
Yeah. What do they signify?
Why do we go there?
So here
Why do we go there? Why?
yeah. Okay, I'll answer it. Yes, I did answer it. I was still going through that, but I think I missed that question. I've answered this question before, but here it is again. I have answered this question before in other webinars, but that's okay. Here is the question again. So when we call something a place, a temple which has a lot of energy, or we go to Vaishno Devi where there's really not a temple, but there were just 3 little rocks. The whole point is that somebody at some point in time sat and did energy work over there. Somebody did energy work over there. And just as you come to my house, you come and work on the energies, but because I do all the work on the energies sitting in my house, no matter where my house is, but in this room where I sit and do my energy work, when you people come, you find it so easy for yourself to shift your energies. That is why so many people keep coming to this place and say, can we come and sit in your room? Can we come and sit in the energies? We want to just work on the energies, come into the energy room. And that is why the house is open. It's not that you are coming because I'm sitting here. Most of the times when you come, I'm not even sitting around. I'm not there, but it's the room because it holds the energy. It's the center place, and you are able to receive the answers because the room is my energy. And so when you go to any of these places, well, somebody worked on their energies at some point in time. And then that is the place of the energies. And even about the energies, you're called to places. You're called to places, especially when you are aware. Otherwise, you make plans. Everybody goes to Char Dham and Chhe Dham and Bara Jyotirling or whatever. But when you are called, and that is when you are aware and you are called to a place, then you understand that in the frequencies, just think energy. Let us say you're driving through a place and you're driving through a town. And as you drive through a town, whatever stations, as they start to come in the vicinity and you get into the catching range, you have to be in the catching range of those stations and you can catch it. You could be somewhere else, those stations are not available to you, but you have to be in the catching range of it. So when you're working on your energies, you are called to different places that are now coming in your catching range. You work on your energies become a little higher frequency, you become a little bit more empty, and that's how you keep moving through the energy grids. You are increasing your frequencies, but as you increase your frequencies, whoever is ready to give to you that next frequency level, you come into that catching range, and then you're just called to that place where that catching range is there. So, when you are called to that place, so I'm called to that place, let us say this time I'm getting called to Mahakal and I'm going over there. And many other people are coming over with me. I understand that I am being called because even before I'm being called, there's a lot of work that has started to happen on me. And I'm being told to work on myself and come to a particular consciousness. And that's going to be our meditation today as well. To come to a particular consciousness, the purest consciousness, the Naga consciousness. So I'm being told to come in over there, but then a lot more work is happening in my energies on its own. And as I'm getting ready to go over there, I can feel the energy shift on me. The energy shift would have already happened and will put me straight in the receiving range of whatever is meant to come to me over there. That's my understanding of why we go to those places. Now, I go to that place. I've already received that consciousness then. I'm already working on it then. And here it is. You don't get to go to that place. But so what? You also sit, and as you're working on yourself, the more me frequencies that you take, the more it's already coming to you, because you are not being shown, go over there and get that place. It's coming to you with ease and grace in that space itself. It's coming to you when you are at the menal frequencies itself. All right. So that's my understanding of why. And for example, these kids went to Badrinath last year. And I said, okay, am I supposed to go? And the answer came, no, you're not supposed to go. It's okay. You don't need to go. That energy is already with you. When you went to Kailash, that frequency of energies was already received by you. But go to Kedarnath and clear the way for these people. So I went to Kedarnath and cleared the way for them people. They went off to Badrinath after that, even this time. So when they all went to, they were called to Hemkund Sahib. Somebody made the program, it's a nice picnic program and everything. But as they are going, I asked, okay, should I go to Hemkund Sahib? And the answer for me was no. And yet I went to Delhi, I flagged off all of these kids who are going to, Hemkund, just so that they would have a good journey. They would have a journey filled with ease and grace. And so I go wherever. All right, so I go wherever it is meant to be. It is meant to be that I'm supposed to receive something, then I'll receive that answer and I'll be told to go to a certain place. But otherwise, I'm not somebody who goes to, temples or something. There was a time before going to Kailash when constantly somebody sitting in Bangalore, there was this girl sitting in Bangalore, Rupika, and she was constantly receiving coordinates, not even the names of the places, coordinates, and being told, okay, give this coordinate to Meenal, give this coordinate to Meenal, and she needs to go to these places. And she would call me and say, these are the coordinates I've received for you. And as I received those coordinates, I would go and check them out. And they were all of one Jyotirling, one Shiv temple here, one Shiv temple there, some crazy stuff that wherever she would send the coordinate of, there would be a Shiva temple over there. And so, okay, I kept going to these places. And then when I went to Kailash, after that, she had given me some 40 coordinates to go to. But when I went to Kailash, after I came back, everything went quiet. There was no guidance for me to go to any other place except for one place called Khet. And so I went to Khet once. And then again, after a year and a half, I was told to go to Khet yet again. Only go to Khet again and again. So I went over there again. Again, after we finished Mahakal, I have a guidance to go to Aurangabad Kailash temple for almost the 5th or the 6th time. And I have a guidance to go over there. So I'll be getting off over there as well. But that's all it is. I don't move to places without guidance, because I understand that there is something that is coming to me from those places. That's the energy, whatever frequency there is, that energy is coming to us again and again. I hope that answered your question. All right, let's see what else.
Thank you so much.
Wonderful.
Did. Thank you.
Wonderful. All right, so there we go. Then we have another sharing on the message, and it says, this course has made me abundantly happy, Sana says. And why is this that I'm not able to read what she says? Okay, this course has made me abundantly happy. This has made me see me, a person I am born as a happy person. I was so lost for all my life. No spiritual teacher makes life so beautiful, easy and simple. All my life, it was that meeting your higher self is going to take me many, many years. Yeah, that's a spiritual misconception for many. And with you, life is so abundant. Manipa, life is the bestest and beautiful. Only because of you. No, your journey brought you here to this place. It was your time to be in that space. Today is Tej, and never ever had I juice or buttermilk, but today I was like, release my fear, and I'm Meenal, and I got my answer. Please have. Your hubby is also taken care of. You drinking juice won't do anything. That totally is true. You drinking juice won't do anything to the hubby's frequencies. Oh, okay, dropping the mind. So Jagmeet asks, what are those 4 lines? This is so funny. Drop the mind, connect to the heart. I am the heart, I'm in the heart. And you tune into the frequency of Meenal, and the universe is playing in my favor. Or of course, if we go with today's line, it is an abundant, it's a giving universe. So all the same thing, but moving there. Moving to the place of truly recognizing the abundance. The universe gives abundance of everything. It is only what we want to receive that we open the bucket for. The universe has abundance of absolutely everything. There is no dearth. There is no scarcity. There is never scarcity. If you are sitting in any place with scarcity of any kind, then release that fear and release that lack. Release it, because there is only abundance. This is the only truth. Release all that is bringing you to fear, because the only word that keeps coming to me is even fear. It's an abundance of fear, and it's giving it to you because you ask for it. You want it. You want to play in separation. So don't now play in oneness, and then you are done with it. All right, last comment on chat we read. The word rules made me laugh. Ah, that is how it is. That's so funny. The word rules. Yes, yes. That can always make us laugh. Okay, everybody, take a deep breath in. A deep, deep breath in and release. A deep breath in and release. And now, rub your palms a little bit. And open them out to the universe, the giving universe. And today, we will receive from the universe the key to pure, pure consciousness. As we rub our palms and as we open them out, to be in this state of pure consciousness, getting ready to be in the pure consciousness state, allowing ourselves to be in the pure consciousness state. We open ourselves, we are ready to receive, we are ready to be in this pure consciousness state. I am pure consciousness. I am pure consciousness. The way I was meant to be. Pure consciousness. And now put your focus on your navel. Your navel. At the navel, put your focus at the navel. There sits your Kundalini. There sits your Kundalini. And now putting all your focus into that state. The Kundalini that's coiled like a snake. It's coiled like a snake. That pure consciousness that is coiled like a snake. And now we begin to awaken ourselves. We awaken that purest state in us. I am the snake. I am the consciousness that the snake is in. The snake that knows how to heal, how to shift its largest organs and grow those largest organs. That consciousness that has all the knowing of the healing. I am that knowing. And as you let out the breath, simply produce this sound of the hissing sound, bringing yourself in oneness with the snake. Observe if you have any fear of the snake, and if so, in this moment, I am the snake. The Naga frequency, I am in. I am the Naga. I'm pure Amrut. I am pure wish. I am that. Just every frequency being observed at its purest stage without any judgment of the frequencies. Just simply being in that frequency in its purest form. The sound that we make is purely to remind us of who we are in this moment. It has no other meaning except that of a reminder to ourselves to take us back to the knowing that we always had. We were the purest of consciousness, but we had to let it go to experience everything else. And today, we bring back that purest consciousness, that memory, that remembrance to us in the now. Sitting in the snake frequencies, in the state of consciousness of the snake. And a thought crosses by. Our cells are constantly regenerating themselves every few months without our knowledge, without our focus on them, without our awareness. They already are new, but we define them as a problem. If there are cells in the stomach, and then we say, my stomach has a problem, we define those new cells to also be with the same problem. It is we who are sitting and defining that problem, that state of ours. We are the manifesting. We are the manifestors. And so in this moment, letting go of all our thoughts of manifestations, of all diseases, simply releasing those thoughts of diseases, releasing those thoughts of creating something, just simply allowing ourselves to be aware. And so put your focus on any part of you, whatever calls out to you, just put your focus on that body part and simply observe. Your mind will throw up some imaginary story about how the cells are being recreated. And as it throws up that story, you simply sit and imagine as if the flowers are blooming. You know how the flowers bloom without the knowledge that they are going to bloom, and yet they do. And that's how our cells regenerate. They do. The knowledge is not needed. The knowing is inherent. And so we just sit as if watching some flowers bloom. That for us is ourselves. Our cells blooming just like flowers in this moment, in the body part that we are focused on. The knowing exists. They know how to bloom. We don't need to interfere in that process, in that healing that happens every moment. And yet right now, we bring our awareness to those cells, to the healing that is currently happening. Simply bringing our awareness to it. No wanting to heal anything, nothing. This is the moment of awareness, the moment of knowing. The cells that know how to heal are already blooming. We don't have to think. We don't have to do anything. We simply bring ourselves back to the remembrance. Every body part of mine knows how to create healing. Every body part of mine is healing itself. Wherever the healing doesn't exist, that's because there is something that body part wants to show to me. And when I receive that message, I move back to the pure consciousness state. The message received, I become a little bit more lighter, and I shed a little bit more of this body, and I become a little bit more of the energy. The energy in the state of pure consciousness today. I am in the state of pure consciousness today. My Kundalini fully aligned with my body. My body fully aligned with my energy. In this now, I know my consciousness. In this now, I am the purest of my consciousness. The word that comes to me is raw. Letting go of the judgment of the word pure. Pure isn't about being contaminated. It's about being able to experience the most raw form of the frequency. Experience this Kundalini, this energy for a few more minutes. Experience it. Put your focus on another body part. Feel the flowers bloom. Put your focus on your third eye area. Put your focus here now. Feel the snake awakening in you. If you can, bring a vision of the snake in your closed eyes. And as the snake is visible to you, simply be in that state. I am the snake consciousness. I am the Naga consciousness. Om Mani, Om Mani, Om Mani. Okay, everyone. Lots and lots of love. We'll see you another time. Thank you very much. Bye, everyone.